If you were exiled to an island and you could take 2 teammates with you, not in this room, to help your survival, who would they be and why? Go
I
ahead.
think
yeah.
Lexi and Paige.
Oh,
Lexi and Paige would both keep me in a good mood, but I feel like they also have a little bit of common sense in them to where we might have a chance of surviving.
Probably gonna say Joe and Sawyer.
Why?
Joe just wouldn't die even if we didn't have food. He'd like find some way to do it.
He'd start eating dirt and somehow pay for it.
He eat leaves.
Yeah, he'd eat trees.
That man would clear off the island.
I was gonna say that island wouldn't have any like vegetation left on it.
I don't know. I feel like Sawyer might know something.
No, I'm picking
You picked
JoJo,
birds out of a tree for you.
JoJo,
Yeah.
and Drew, because I know Drew likes to fish.
Oh yeah, Drew.
So they'll help out a little, and then JoJo. I mean, if it really comes down to it, he's got the most meat. So
I would pick Shay because she is around a lot of like fishing and hunting. Her dad's a hunter and a fisher, so like I feel like she could figure it out if she had to. And then I don't know. Probably Izzy, honestly. 'Cause I can be a big person, and like fight people off, but then Izzy can also be like scrappy and like distract them and stuff.
Izzy's
you know?
terrifying.
Like she's little, but she's scrappy and she's strong, so
Izzy's
she definitely
small,
could like.
And when she gets
she
mad,
definitely could do something.
I feel like if Izzy was like really,
Yeah.
really mad at me, she could just like
she'd beat
the-
you.
Bro,
She's in
bro,
her
that girl
stance
would,
in a
like, eat
match,
your
and
face
she's
off.
like,
She could
that's
beat the
there.
crap out of me.
Yeah. It would be Izzy and Shay for me. That's
Even-
what it'd be.
I outweigh her by like 90 pounds, and I still think she'd beat me.
Yeah.
I would say don't get in your head and don't be too hard on yourself. Because when you're hard on yourself, you think you're less than you actually are. And you're really just killing your advantage, really.
Yeah, you really can't be hard on yourself. You really just got to go and do it. Until like you can't really put thought into it at all.
And be positive.
Yeah, I know I can't really say, but you can't procrastinate and you can't put everything off.
Yeah.
No,
And it really
obviously.
helps if you're not overweight every single meet. So you don't have to wake up 2 hours earlier so you can take a hot shower and then go run for half an hour.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with them. Like, don't get. Yeah, I know I've had to do that a couple
I've
times.
never.
I
had to
did
do
that every meet last year.
Pretty much every meet I was running. But okay, but to add on to what those two said, like, you can be hard on yourself, but just like do it in a good way. You know, like don't like sit there and think like you'll never do good and stuff like that. And just don't get in your head, because you just gotta go out there, like think you can win. Just have it in your head that you know you're gonna win, and just throw everything with confidence. And then, biggest piece of advice, probably just never stop. Whatever you do, just don't stop.
I'm gonna add on to that. Don't stop. I had lost a match, and I had someone told me, keep moving. It makes everyone wonder, and that sticks with me every day. Cause like anything, like just keep moving. Don't stop ever, and don't lose your confidence. Like that's all it really is. I would also add like be close to their team because you spend every waking moment with them. Like make connections with your team and like keep doing the outside of just wrestling. Like don't make those friendships. Like I know I have multiple friendships that are definitely gonna last longer than just wrestling in high school because of wrestling.
One thing that stuck with me that Coach Paul said was never say can't. Remove it from your vocabulary. You can do it if you put your mind to it. And that sticks with me every day too, is you can do it. You're just limiting yourself if you say you can't.
I actually remember Paul saying that too, but it really is true. There's nothing in wrestling you can't do if you really try. Like,
You gotta be determined.
yeah, you just have to really give it everything you got.
Always be at your team's mat. Always. No matter if you just lost a match and you're also never throw your headgear. That's
That's one thing.
ever
Don't throw your headgear.
ever.
And no
Right
crying
shot.
on the mat.
If you cry, go to the bathroom.
Or
Like,
under
that's
the
one
bleachers.
Don't cry in the stands, but always be in mat side by your team
Actually, I did one
because
time.
they feed off the
And
energy.
Scott yelled at me.
Yeah, you have.
They feed off the energy.
I laughed at a girl. She tried to cradle me, and I literally laughed at her. She like kept trying to cradle me, and I was just about to say out loud, "You're not going to be able to do that." Like just straight out. And that just kind of like ticked her off more. And I can't remember if I won that match or not, but
Yep.
attitude
Oh,
to
yeah,
Brooke.
definitely.
That Dells girl I was talking about earlier, she threw attitude towards Brooke, and you don't do that to my family.
I grabbed the scruff of the neck pretty hard, like when you're in a tie, and I grabbed like triceps pretty hard, and I crushed
Yeah.
fingers pretty good too.
Yeah.
What about that
Yeah,
dude
you
who was
do.
wearing all
I
that
crushed fingers pretty
deodorant?
good too. That dude was a freaking slime ball. He had deodorant from like here down to his hip. It was disgusting. It was like the super slimy stuff too, so you couldn't like grab him or nothing. It was on his neck too. It was
I
disgusting.
remember him coming off of the mat, and he's like, he had deodorant everywhere, and I feel like I need to go bleach myself. That was absolutely
I
nasty.
remember that.
It was
I remember
in
you
my
wrestling that
nose.
guy.
It was in my eye. It was in my mouth. Hell, it was in my ears.
If there's any way, if there's any way to get me really mad in a match, is when people grab my headgear.
Oh, yeah, when they grab your headgear.
Yeah.
I've had girls like grab my hair with my headgear,